Well, there's what it looks like without the bandsaw part on top of the stand. You're looking down in there. Yeah, it's pretty freaking dirty. And I don't know what that is. Most likely be sawdust mixed with dirt. There's the bandsaw itself laying down. You better turn it this way. Give you a better look at that number I was telling you about in the previous video. Yeah, this is interesting to me. I like to tear things apart, see how it works, clean them up. It's gonna look nice. Yeah, you can't get these bolts out without taking this off. This is plastic. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and clean this monster up. Yes, it took a little bit of time to tear this apart, the table part of it, the stand. And I took off all the feet, and one came out nicely, but the other two I had to cut out. And remember, the third one was missing, so I only had 3 to begin with out of 4. And like I said, it is unscrewed nicely, surprisingly. There's all the bolts and nuts and little lock washers that held this stand together. There's all the pieces. Yeah, that took me about 30 minutes to disassemble, because I noticed, get out here in the sun, these bolts don't have a little square shank on there, so when you put it through the plate, that's supposed to be square, not a circle. But they're all round. There's no square shank on that, so had a little bit of an issue getting these out, but we got them. But that's what they look like now. And I'm going to go ahead and clean these up. Let's see what they look like. That's what they look like after I got done using this mean green. I'm in the shade right now, trying to keep cool here. I cleaned them all off, and I have the bolts inside some stripper for just to see if it will clean up some of the bolts, because it looks like I'm going to have to wire brush wheel every one of these bolts. But that's what she looks like after a good washing. Turned out pretty decent. All the mud and sawdust is off. Alrighty, let's see what it looks like when I prime them. Sand them first, then prime them. Alright, now everything is sanded down the best I can do and wiped down. I got most of the rust off. Okay, and it's smooth. The legs really took a beating on the rust. I wiped everything down so it's nice and clean. And the worst things were these little pieces here that were held on 2 regular coarse thread screws. Slotted. Oh, it was a pain. I just used a pair of vice grips and broke them off. But everything is cleaned up. I'll have to re-wipe it down with a nicer rag before I do some priming here. But oh yeah, she's come together nice. Everything you see sanded had rust on it. And if it didn't have rust, I just lightly scuffed it. Yeah, just lightly scuffed it so the paint will stick. Here's that other thin piece. Right here, boy, these babies are bad. Get the other one over here. Those two were terrible. But I went to Lowe's and we walk over here. I got, the guy highly recommended this. So I'm going to use it. It's supposed to eliminate rust or neutralize it or something. So I'm going to use that like as a primer. I got to read that close. Something about 2 coats. And I have to use gloves and all that stuff. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and do that. See what it looks like. Alright, I have the air conditioner on. And the big fan up there. I tell you one thing, man, that is a lot of work right there went into this project. There's the 4 legs. They have 2 coats of that rust protector stuff right here. You must wear gloves, and boy does this stuff stink. So you got to make sure you're in a well ventilated area, which I hung everything from the door handle outside here, and I blew outside and with the fan. Whoo-wee! It's supposed to turn black. It says on the can, like darken color, then you're supposed to spray another coat. Well, I waited until that happened, and then I sprayed another coat on just the 4 legs because they were the worst. Well, we'll see what happens. I got 13 pieces of the stand. It goes way over there. They're all hanging. Boy, that took a lot of preparation, man. Then, when I was at Lowe's, I bought some nuts. And I bought some bolts. I bought 23 bolts and 23 nuts. Because I wasn't for sure exactly the number. Hopefully I got more than I need. But as you can tell, it's the same, pretty much the same length. But the big but is right there. They got the square shank. This is the older style that does not have the square shank on there. Oh, wait a minute, these ones do. Now, oh, okay, that's, where the hell did they come from? I don't know, but the ones I took out were in there soaking. They did not have the square shank on them. But this one does. That is odd. Huh. Well, at least I know that'll look nice. I didn't feel like cleaning them up. But I am going to take the washers and I'm going to use them. I'm going to clean them up. I mean, it was only like $2 something a piece, or $2 or something for 23 bolts and 23 nuts. $2 a piece. Even if I didn't have enough, I'll go get more or clean up. But it looks like I might have to drill out the hole a little bit bigger for that square shank to fit in, because I tried it right here. As you can tell, they're all circles and not squares. so the bolt will spin. So all I have to do is get one size up is all it needs, and then I can put it together. But I'd rather have new hardware than trying to clean those, because that's a lot of work. And okay, so I just want to give you the drying time here. It's going to be 24 hours before I could spray them black. And now the can of black paint that I bought from Lowe's was this. A large product, large can. Says it stops rust and all that stuff, but we're going one more protection, so you'll eliminate that. And it's kind of a flat black. I don't know if it says it on the can, flat or not, but that's what it is. I didn't want nothing glossy. It's just a stand. You know. Oh yes, it does say flat, but it doesn't say black. So this is my setup here. Everything's outside. The sun is shifting, so now I can see at the table. Oh, what time is it now? It's like 5:30 or something now in the afternoon, Sunday. I started this project at 1:30. See, I could do that inside the workshop now. I mean, that wouldn't be no big deal if it rains. But spraying those, I gotta have the door open. Man, was it bad. I was almost gagging. That's how bad it was. 13 pieces. Well, like I said, I wanted to do this. Make it look a lot nicer for the workshop. Alrighty, guys. Let's see. Oh, should I end this now? Yeah, I'm gonna end this now. And put this video up. Alrighty, thanks for watching, guys. And I'll keep you posted.